This is a presentation that I gave at the Civil Air Patrol in Texas. I called it the Next Frontier, and I'm the Aerospace Education Officer. What I was trying to do in this presentation is to answer the question of what are some of the key elements or fields to be studying in this next frontier: artificial intelligence, quantum computing, space science and rocketry, fundamental equations in physics, AGI and ASI, and philosophy. Now, the AGI and ASI, that concerns me some, and we could talk about that later. Artificial general intelligence and artificial superintelligence. I think that artificial intelligence has been around for quite a while. We've used it, and we use it a lot today. People use AI, ChatGPT, and all that. But I think that there's a level of, what happens with just human beings in terms of, reducing the opportunities they have to do certain tasks potentially, and what could that do for work, their work life. I think this is an interesting topic. But one of the things you would notice is that there is no question about it. All of these things, except, of course, you might say philosophy, depend on mathematics. Philosophy is a lot of top mathematicians were actually philosophers. So Leonard Euler, René Descartes, I could go on and on. They were actually very good at, these philosophers, these mathematicians were also good at philosophy and logic. That's key to understand, because if we want to create, which is one of my goals, if we want to create the best mathematicians in the history of the world, then we need to go back to learning how the best mathematicians of the 16 and 1700s were trained. And so this is very critical in our mission in preparing people for the next frontier. Accounting to Calculus is the math curriculum framework that will help children learn all they need to do all these things with efficiency, giving them a solid foundation. Every child needs a solid math foundation. And so my call to action or my plea to people is that this summer, what are you doing to review your math skills? What are you doing to make sure you're staying ahead of the game? We have a 6-week program that goes from June 16th to August 7th. And the idea is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have programs, but then we're also going to have programs for computer science, entrepreneurship, artificial intelligence this summer as well. So basically, every child should have a plan for the summer. Like every child needs a plan for what they're doing with their time this summer, but it should not be playing games and ignoring their academic studies in terms of just at least reviewing or at least being in touch on understanding the basics of AI, technology, computer literacy, mathematics, and so on. I look forward to working with students this summer as I discuss how they can better prepare for the next frontier in mathematics, science, computer science, and engineering. My name is Amos Tarfa, and I look forward to encouraging the next generation and raising the next generation of scientists, mathematicians, and thinkers who also know the history and philosophy of science, logic, and theology. Thanks for listening. Look forward to talking to you soon. Subscribe for more. Have a blessed day.